everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video, guys. In this one, we're going to be going ahead and visiting some dream addresses. Now, here you might notice that I have a few different dream addresses here. Now, I had already made videos for every single one of these, and there was a calamity. I made a mistake and somehow had this crazy double echo going on in my microphone. It sounded horrible. I was never gonna post that. There was no way in hell I was gonna do it. So I've actually already visited these islands. The first one we're gonna visit here again is gonna be Raspberry. I wanted to go ahead though and revisit them for you guys because even though we're having to re-record these videos, 100% worth checking out these islands here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up the tweet that I got these from in the corner there. You're probably seeing it now. What I did is I just went onto Twitter, just typed in, hey, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I did hashtag ACNH dream address, and then just took whatever popped up. I didn't put a lot of caveats on it. I didn't choose the ones that were the most liked or whatever. In fact, I tried to go towards ones that had the least engagement on them, just because I found that sometimes people tend to engage with the ones that they find to be the coolest. And I think that as cool as that is, it's kind of more fun sometimes to go and check out the islands from people who maybe don't have a ton of time to put in for the craziest things. But these islands, this one in particular, let me just start out by saying Raspberry is an insane island. And when I say insane, I mean insane in all the right ways. We're gonna go ahead and open the map first. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go ahead and visit either Zoe or Zoe, I'm not sure, and Brian. These are the two people we have on the island here, and we'll go ahead and take a look here and see which of their villagers who are out and about. Of course, I have Poppy on my island. I love Poppy. Alright, so going through here, we're going to go ahead and check out the island. Of course, right now we are just in the center there at the plaza. We're going to go ahead and walk around, but before we do that, let's grab these items that they have left for us. And then we're going to go ahead and just move around here. I'm going to go ahead and actually bring this out, and I'm going to change my outfit, because even though I'm wearing my pajamas, which I think is fun here on the island, I'm going to wear something that's a little bit more appropriate for being on a cherry blossom island. I think this is a little bit more fitting for where we are right now. Oh, and look, right off the bat, running into Poppy. You woke up from the dream, or are you still in it, Poppy? So next things we have here, we have a pinwheel, which is very cute, and a net. We'll collect a few things as we go through here. This is such a cute video. It's driving me nuts. Or I should say, it's such a cute video. This is such a cute island. I mean, look at this. So one thing I loved about this island the first time I came through it was just how pink it is. I love pink. If you don't know that about me yet, first of all, I'm shocked, but now you definitely know. Pink is my favorite color. I absolutely adore pink. I think it's the coolest color ever. But I will say, this is one hell of a pink island, and I am not complaining. One thing I'd like to know, though, is how they got the pink trees. I know that there's, hacked items and all of that, and I haven't gotten involved in any of that here in Animal Crossing. Just not my thing, but I would like to know how they got the pink trees, because those should have been gone with the cherry event. And at first I thought, oh, here we ran into Brian. Hello, thanks for coming. I like Brian's little outfit here. I quite like that. I love the little hearts everywhere. This, honestly, is just my Kona Island. I mean, look how freaking cute this is. Ah, I've been working on doing some beach island tiki stuff on mine, and I love this. What I love about this is the first time I saw this, it took me a minute to realize that this wasn't elevated. I was like, wait, how did they get an elevated platform? Oh, okay, it's just a little bit darker. Which I felt very silly about later on, but I will admit, it got me at first. It tricked me. Definitely trying to work on my island doing some stuff like that. But I would like to figure out how they still got the cherry blossoms here. At first I thought, oh, they just saved their dream back when it was, when was that? April? Something like that? But no. You'll see when we get to their Nook's Cranny here. Their Nook's Cranny is at least modern, and they have some spoopy stuff in here. And these big mushrooms here, those are from the update that we start growing those mushrooms in November is what I was reading. So definitely somebody who's gone ahead in the game, somebody who's done a little bit of time travel. Also not sure how people are getting these gigantic versions of the models, but I love them. There's all these little things here that I definitely am going to have to learn more about as we go through the game. This is such a cool area, though. I absolutely love looking at other people's islands. I get so much motivation out of seeing other people's islands. And we'll make it up there in just a sec. So you can see one of the spooky items there from October, so you know that it's can't be that far back in time. Also, the Nooks has the modern lanterns outside of it, so just slightly confused there. I'm not sure how that works, but again, I know nothing about hacked objects. I will admit that. And I have no interest in knowing much about it. It's not that I think anyone else shouldn't do it or anything like that. I want to be clear that I think you should do whatever the heck you want. It's your game. I just personally don't think I have the patience to figure out how to do it. I love this because there's so many cute like little paths here. You'll notice we're right back at the plaza here, but there's so many cute little paths. It's just like everything has been thought about. I absolutely love that there's a little like a little apple tree, and then it's got the little oh gosh, I forgot the word for ladder. There's a little ladder right next to it, so you can actually like see it, so it looks like you're about to pick them. I love that you're about to pick the apples. Oh, we gotta go here, we gotta go here. All right, check this out. Isn't this crazy? Look at this. This is nuts. So many teddy bears, and of course, the big giant teddy. I haven't made the giant teddy yet. I really want to, though. I think it would be fun. There's so many waterfalls on this one, but I kind of like that because, as weird as it's gonna sound, I don't mind the background music in the game at all. In fact, I kind of like it, especially, you know, like island themes and stuff are pretty cool. But I do like the sound of the waterfalls. There's just something real soothing about a waterfall to me. Alright, so we're actually going to stay down first just to show how everything is interconnected. This is that area we were in before with the giant butterfly. What I love about these islands is that a lot of times when I get on here, I'm like, wait, where am I? Wait, how is this connected? And I love it because they feel so huge. I don't know how about, or I should say, I don't know how you guys feel about this stuff. But to me, this island seems gigantic. I can't figure out sometimes where I am on these islands, and I have to actually look at the map. And also, I love this. Look at this manhole cover. I definitely have to get manhole covers. I have the DIY, I just haven't done it yet. I love these little yards. Everything about this is just so sweet, and it's got such a good cohesive theme. I love that. I love it so much. But one thing when we're going through these islands, I really like seeing what other people have. The only thing I wish I could do that I can't do, and I guess I'm a little bit sad about it here in the game, is that I can't go and just like, you know, download the things that you see people having. I wish you could take like a souvenir home or something from these islands. I know it makes sense, I guess, that you can't, but it just seems like it would be really fun to be able to like, oh, I don't have that item here on my island, you know, or something like that. Or be able to buy it after you've seen it. I think that would be really fun. I was gonna say, when am I gonna run out of bubbles? Oh my goodness. So right here, you'll see the mom stuffed animal. This dog here. I've noticed that they have like all the different versions of mom stuffed animal. And I don't know if that's, can you edit that? That's something I meant to look into and I forgot to. Here you can see the spoopy stuff coming up. So we've got a little bit of that Halloween feel here. I love that people are putting like the crickets in the cages and sticking those around. It is so much fun. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go down now and then go over. Now, I did notice someone's home here, so I like to check in with as many of the villagers as I can in these videos, just to say hi, also just to have fun, let's be honest. It's pretty fun to check other villagers' houses and just kind of see what they're doing. Oh, this is fuchsia. Okay. Oh, I will make myself at home. Why not? If I want to take a nap. Okay. Sounds good. I can't check your clothing, though. One thing I found out is you can't get in those bunk beds, and that makes me really sad. Because I really wanted to get in the bunk bed. I kept trying, and I couldn't get in, and I was so sad. You have a nice house, Fuchsia. Bye. Is it just me, or does it look like Fuchsia's wearing earrings? Alright. Oh, here we go. Here's Zoe. Welcome to Raspberry. It's funny, when I first saw the tweet for Raspberry, I didn't think, oh, I went up there again. I didn't think that Raspberry looked like it was going to be like this insanely put together, but also, and that's not even what I mean. I mean, like, I didn't realize it was going to be like this amazing, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes when you see people's tweets and you see their photos that they've taken of their island, you're like, oh, that looks like a cool island. And then you get there and you're like, that photo did not do your island justice. And this is definitely one of those times when it did not do it justice. This is so much cooler than the photos showed. I'm so knocked back. If I could be honest, I'm totally cool with time traveling. I know I've talked about that before. Oh, it's Dom! I never get a chance to talk to Dom. I have always wanted to. Just gonna go to sleep in your house, Dom. I just got that inflatable sofa chair, whatever you want to call it. I have mine on my beach, though. But I'm totally cool with time travel. I don't see why people are so against it. I understand that the game is meant to be played slow or whatever, but I also believe very strongly that some of us... Oh, it's Tasha again. I also believe that some of us don't have time to go and play a game every single day or to wait for certain things. Also, when there's events like the Halloween event where they're literally holding it until October 31st, that's insane. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I do not, like, put my decorations up the day of the holiday. I put them up for at least a month in advance. November 1st is when my Christmas tree goes up, so sometimes I'm putting it up on Halloween. But I definitely had my Halloween decorations up on September. Like, the last week of September, I was starting to pull out the Halloween decorations. So right now in Animal Crossing, I'll admit I'm going a little crazy. I want more Halloween decorations faster. Ooh, let's go ahead and check in with O'Hare. You know, I'm sure you could do that even not in a dream. I'm just saying, O'Hare. Believe in yourself. I did notice we ran into Brian again. We're going to go ahead and skip Brian. One thing we will be doing is we will be checking out the homes of the people who actually live here. So this is going to be Brian and Zoe, or Zoe's homes. We're going to go ahead and come down here. You can see Zoe is walking toward her home right now. Ooh. All right, so we're going to go into that one first. I really like looking at other people's houses when we come and visit these dream islands, just because there's so much that you can learn and glean from someone else's home. I mean, look how cool this is. This is amazing. I'm gonna be honest. I am just so impressed with this. Also, getting to see that wreath that's up there above the door frame on the right there. I know my right from left, I swear. That is really cool, and that tells me that's what's coming. I'm so into that. I love that idea. Also, I just love that this has a super cohesive theme. I'm like really into the idea of this being like a cute little kitschy, you know, mom's kind of living room. Not my mom, but you know, what can I say? My mom's really cool. This reminds me more of like a, I don't know, a Cape Cod summer home. In all the good ways, though, I will say. It's one of those houses I think you want to spend time in, and if you're someone like me, you never got to. Okay, look at this. Look at this! This room, this specific room, gave me so many feelings when I came in here the first time. I wish that would have been a good video, Because I'll be honest, I was kind of awestruck and I didn't talk for a little bit. Because there's something about how pretty this is and how I've spent so much time in this game trying to make my rooms look like something I would put in my house. And this makes me want to go to sleep. It's just so sweet. It's cute. It's like gentle. I love this room so much. It really made me kind of reevaluate how I've been treating my house back on Hope Cove. So it definitely inspired me to think a little bit more outside the box when I'm thinking about my home back on my island. All right, so we're gonna go to the room in the back. And this, oh my gosh, look at this bathroom. Is this not dreamy? Okay, so here's the thing. I see a lot of people using this cloudy like floor for their bathrooms, and I love it. It gives you the impression that it's like hot and steamy, and it is incredible. I love the look of this. I also just love the fact that it's all pink, let's be honest. I also love we're pulling in like just a little bit of the themes from the other rooms, so we still have those like the little birch log stools there. I like that. We're bringing in kind of that same color of the wallpaper, but what we're leaving, we're kind of leaving each room and having its own specific feeling, and I really like how each one has its own specific music. I think that's really cool. Let's head to the left. I just think it's so cool to have like specific music for each room and to have a little theme. Now, of course, this would end up being like the bedroom I would have had when I was a kid, if I would have been the type of kid that I am an adult. But as a child, I was playing with Hot Wheels. I don't think anyone's surprised by that either. But I do love this. The only thing I don't like about it is that giant teddy bear. I am convinced that there is someone inside of that thing. And they're coming for you. I have to say though, that mobile, I wonder if that, I had a mobile for a while, and I wonder if that is like a version of the mobile you can get of the one I had, because I actually love that one. I want that one. Alright, we'll go ahead and hop out of here. Gosh, the pink overload, I'm okay with it. I love how pink this island is. I'm so into it. It is really interesting to me how some people like put their islands together. So that obviously was the bedroom. To me, I always think about bedrooms being, you know, or excuse me, that wasn't the bedroom. This is the bedroom. I always think about bedrooms being on the top floor, and some people don't put their islands that way. So I was surprised that there was no kitchen when we were going over that main floor. There was no kitchen on it, and that really surprised me. There was like that reading room that had a little bit of that magic-y feel to it. We had the bedroom upstairs, which I expected that. The bathroom is downstairs, but I couldn't find the kitchen in this house at first, and I thought that was a little interesting. I love how the pictures are placed in here. They just have such a like, I don't know, they have like a little family feel. And I like that because I like going into other people's houses and seeing how they place everything, kind of going through and then seeing how they're using their different rooms. Because like to me, I think of like my house, how I would put my house together. So, you know, I have a bathroom, I have a kitchen, I have a living room, that kind of stuff. But then I came down here, and this is why I mentioned not being able to find the kitchen. This is incredible. I love the idea of using the basement as a kitchen. Look how cool this turned out. Plus, you can actually put a real table in here. They give you all these table options in the game, but there's like nowhere to actually put a functional kitchen together. This is amazing. I love this so much. This is such a cool idea. This is by far like the coolest kitchen I've seen in this game, but it is also like so cohesive and it has such a cute look to it. It's so put together, and it really tells me that we need more space in our Animal Crossing houses. I know that sounds insane because we already have like what, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. I need more than 6 rooms, or I need those rooms to all be this size, because look how cute this turned out. I just love this so much. I think it's so cute. This just to me is everything. So I was so excited in this house when I came down here and found the kitchen down here, because I was like, oh my gosh, they just don't have a kitchen. I mean, that's fine. You don't really need one. It's not like your character really eats anything but raw fruits. but that really, really made my day. All right, so we're gonna come out of here. We're gonna head over to Brian's house, right on the other side of here. I get so excited looking through these. We're gonna take actually a little detour here real quick. Before I forget, we're gonna go check out the museum area. Look, I have a balloon now. All right, so here is our museum and the weird statue. That makes me uncomfortable. Can't help it, it's just weird. Oop. And here you can see we're back at the plaza. All right, just to give you a little bit of your bearings, I know I got lost very easily on this island the first time. I spent a lot of time looking at my map. Which, speaking of, actually, before we go anywhere, let me pull up that map again. In fact, I'm going the wrong way, but that's all right. We're going to pull up this map again so I can show you that dream address in case you didn't write it down. Go ahead and write that down. Remember, the island is Raspberry. This is a super cool island. I really like this. I think it's actually faster to go that way? No, it's not. Okay. I have to remember what I'm doing now. No, it's this way. Okay. My brain is dead. I mean, look at these. There's other variations of the mom stuffed animal and all kinds of stuff around this island, and I really love that. I do find it kind of odd, though, that we have, like, the dog house and stuff. But there are dog villagers. Like, that's kind of uncomfortable if you're the dog villager and you're like, why do you have a dog thing? All right, so over at Brian's house, you can see this is set up as more of like a hotel, which, let's be honest, this looks so freaking cool. I love this. I love this. I love the idea of having secondary characters and then using those characters as, you know, like a different kind of house. And I'll admit, I've done this on my island. I haven't showed you guys my newest walkthrough of my island yet, but when I do, I promise you, it's 100%. It's worth having secondary, tertiary, however many people you want on your island to put those extra houses, because it really is a lot of fun to put stuff on there. So we have our baths here. We're going to go ahead and exit, and then we're actually going to go to the left first before we go to the back. Just because we'd have to go behind the counter, and I don't know, as a visitor, I feel a little odd going behind the counter. All right. I mean, look at this. Look how sweet this is. I mean, this is just amazing. I just lose it when I go into these other islands and I see this. First of all, this is my favorite wallpaper in the game. It took me forever to figure out how to use this wallpaper. I absolutely love it. I actually have something very similar in my house, but I can't put it on the walls, unfortunately, because I live in an apartment. But I put it on the doors of a piece of furniture, and I really like the way it turned out. But I love, like, that birch and butterfly look, and I just love that room, and it kind of has, like, a little outdoorsy, maybe jungly theme to me. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the back. I just love how this is so put together. There's so much thought put into these rooms. It makes me so happy. I mean, just look at this. All of the houses that I used on mine, I did not do all of these separate rooms like this, and I have to be honest, man, am I sad I didn't. I kind of wish I would have. There is so much here. Like, there's so many extra rooms. There's so much personalization done. I love it. Also, I love that wallpaper. I have the chic tea room that looks a little bit like that, but it is a darker, like, almost black. Or I guess that kind of is a black. And I wish that I had that red, because that red is so cool. I really like that. Look at this. This is by far... I mean, this is probably my favorite color combination, I would say. I'm not a huge fan of green, although I really loved that other kitchen. I'm not a giant fan of green, but I love this color of wood, kind of when you get that little bit of like a mapley color. I love it. My favorite, though, is cherry, which I think most people probably like cherry the best. I feel like that's always what I run into, is people either want blonde wood or they want the darkest wood you can get. They want a cherry or a mahogany or something like that. Cherry, of course, has that little bit of red in it. I don't know why I'm discussing woods. Nobody cares. but me, I guess. I like wood. So I really like this. It's so cute, but this is definitely, like, this is what I want in my kitchen, in my game, but I decided to go with the diner theme because I couldn't find all of the pieces to this amazing set, and I wanted them so bad, and I'm telling you, every single time I come to one of these islands, I leave, and I'm just like, the motivation I feel. I am so motivated to go and do something completely different with my island the second I leave here. I'm already starting to feel it. I'm like, I don't even want to go back to my island. I just want to live here. I love this too because it has a little bit of that, like, almost, I guess you would call it a hostel theme. I guess this would be like a hostel. To me, it has like a camp theme almost. I kind of think about back when I used to be a camp counselor. You know, we had, so many people in a room, and there was always bunk beds, and for me, that's like exciting because I love that kind of stuff. But I love those room partitions. It's funny, so I have those in my house now, and I'm seeing more people do that now, and I actually saw the idea in Isolated Scott's house. If you didn't watch that, that was Tiggy. I did a walkthrough of that. He had done it to make a bathroom in his house, which I thought was really cool, like an ensuite for his master bedroom. And I did it as well, but not to make an ensuite. But I'm not going to tell you what I made out of it. You're going to have to wait to see the video for that. You could probably guess if it's not an ensuite what it is, but I'm still not going to tell you. All right, let's go ahead and come down here, and we're going to go over to this way because I want to jump, just for fun. All right, so we have our Mr. and Mrs. Flamingo because this is our wedding area. This is so cute. This kills me. I mean, it all kills me. I mean, obviously this person put so much effort into finding everything adorable, and I really appreciate it. Can I not walk past you, giant teddy bear? I was really hoping I could. It doesn't appear I can, but that's all right. The amount of work that's done, like with this pathing, and just, I feel like this island is huge. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like this island is so much bigger than mine. I come here and I'm just like, wait, what? Now, I don't think you can actually learn these, can you? No, you can't. That makes me really sad. See, I wish you could do this. I wish I could just pick up all these and then go home with them. That would be amazing. I wish that you could learn things. I'm sad that you can't. Because honestly, when we're going and visiting all of these dream areas, we're not going to see a lot of this cherry blossom stuff again. And that kind of drives me a little nuts in terms of Nintendo. Not that any of you are watching this video. But Nintendo, if you ever decide to watch my videos because you're really bored and you need my opinion, which I have plenty of them, you can go ahead and maybe change that for us. Let us go ahead and learn stuff. If people leave DIYs out, that would be fantastic. It'd be great to learn things from other people. It'd be great to actually be able to share that information. I don't necessarily think that gatekeeping it back from April when someone couldn't, necessarily afford the game, or maybe when they weren't able to play or something like that, seems all that fair. Strawn, oh, we're transformed, that's right. We don't need to put on the down jacket anyway. I think we all know what it looks like. All right, so we have our beautiful little lighthouse there. I like the white lighthouse. So what we'll do is we'll actually come up. If you look here, this is actually back to where we were. I love how everything is connected here, but it also feels like it's not. So in the long run, you really feel like you have more space around here. I love it. There's something about this that feels like there's so much more space than my island. Every time I go to one of these islands, I just think to myself, wait a minute, is this island bigger than mine? It also, though, always gives me the idea that, like, I'm always worried about my island being too small, and am I going to have to change my island eventually? Like, am I going to have to get a bigger island? Are they ever going to give us bigger islands? Things like that. But then I see how people use these spaces, and it's just like, I never would have thought of so many of these creative ways, but I'm still dreaming. I feel like it's so creative, and like I never would have thought of all these ways to use these different spaces, and I really do wish that we kind of had the ability to, I guess I wish that I had the ability to make things like this, because I'm just not this good. Let's be honest, I'm not this good. I mean, I'm just in awe of people who can make these amazing, like, rich spaces that I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't have the creativity to do things like this. I am inspired as hell, but I'll be honest, I have no idea how people, like, get this in their minds to do all of this, and it's just amazing to me. Like, I don't see the world at all like that. I wish I did. I wish I understood that thought process. I love this wreath, and I really, really want it. But just to show you for where we are, that is that little book nook we were just down there. And that is the back of Brian's house, and that is the back of Zoe's house. Or Zoe, excuse me. Not sure which one it is. I really apologize about that. So I really like the way this is built up. I think it's just so freaking cute. I just absolutely adore this. I mean, look at those little marshmallows. There's so much here I want to learn. Like, I want to learn how to make those marshmallows. I want to learn how to do all of this. But unfortunately, I can't. I can't do that. I either have to, like, figure it out in the game, or if you want to catch, like, the petals, you know, you can't take that stuff with you. Even if you end up getting the cherry blossom here, you can't take it back with you, which I think kind of stinks. I get it. We're dreaming. You know, you don't want to necessarily give someone the opportunity to completely cheat or whatever. But at the same time, why not? Why not just let us take some stuff home with us? It'd be great to be able to learn a little bit, you know, maybe do some DIYs or something while you're here. I love little orchards. Orchards make me happy. Okay, we're gonna head over to this area. There's so many things in here that just make me so happy, and I would love to have, you know, like, as something on my own island, but because of the way the game is made, you don't have that option. So if you'd like to go ahead and water some flowers, I mean, look how pretty those are. I haven't put a lot of effort into creating new hybrids on my island, but every time I come and visit a new island, I'm like, oh man, I should really do that. Because a lot of these hybrids are so pretty. I mean, the amount of thought that has gone into this island and the amount of creativity is insane. I don't even know how, as somebody who has, you know, like, very little creativity in my body, other than, of course, doing, you know, the things that everyone can do, I just don't know how people come up with these amazing ideas, but they are so cool, and I absolutely love this, and I cannot wait to get that November update part where you actually get to start growing the mushrooms. I am so excited for that. I cannot wait to grow mushrooms. Alright, so what we're going to do real quick is I actually want to go see the airport so that we can make sure we've seen everything. So we've got the blue airport here, if you are someone who keeps track of that. I also have the blue airport. I'm always curious in what color airport other people have. I have a friend who has a... Okay, so here we go. Here's that Nook's Cranny. So here we go. I mean, it has the pumpkins outside of it, so I do wonder. I wonder what time of year this actually is. If you look at my clock's wrong. Because like I said, I'm going the wrong way in time. This actually connects back to that wedding area. I mean, can you believe this? There's so many little areas in here. I just absolutely love it. And we haven't even visited the Able sisters yet. I mean, the use of space on these islands is just amazing. I don't even know what to say. It's like the use of space on some of these islands is incredible. You just don't realize how much space an island has until you see someone who really knows how to maximize that space. And I know personally, I do not know how to maximize my island space at all. I have no idea what I'm doing on my island half the time. So what I really liked about this island, if I was going to go and check it out, like, you know, if I was somebody who was just going to go and visit it, like, I don't know, if you guys were just thinking about coming and visiting, what I really like about this island is it's just so many different things put together. There's like such a cute little motif here. There's so many ideas. I really like the way that this is kind of just so sweet and cute, and I really, really adore the fact that it is all pink and that it is just, it has that like very sweet, very, oh gosh, what would I even call that? It's almost like a young girl's dream, which I'll be honest, It's totally me. I'm very young. I'm in my 30s. That's young. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and get out of here because this is the end of the dream. I have nothing else to show you. But I would like to do more of these types of videos. So if you would like me to check out your island, either drop your dream address below, or maybe we can go ahead and arrange a time for me to visit it in real time. But if you drop your dream address below, I will go ahead and visit it on a video. It doesn't matter what your island looks like. It doesn't have to look like this. It can be in any stage of done. Let's close our eyes and let's drift back to Hope Cove. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching me visit different dream addresses here in Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to do all of those YouTube things. Before we go, I do want to let you know that if you're interested in supporting the channel at all, there is a link to my Patreon there in the bottom. I prefer not to talk about Patreon though, so instead I'll just mention my Patreon subscribers, whose names are all listed in the bottom there as well. If you click on those, go ahead and check those people out. Most of them are over on Twitter. Please say thank you to them and let them know how awesome they are. If you do like this video, maybe you want to see more, there should be some stuff there on the screen you can click. I have no idea what's on there, probably more Animal Crossing, but I don't know, I do all that in post. You can also click on that big dumb picture of my head, that will help you subscribe to the channel. You can go ahead, click that, and then click on the bell icon if you'd like to be notified every single time I post a video. We're going to go ahead and get out of here on this one, but I will see you in the next one.